Hey guys, I'm here at the H MART in Pearl City. It's a brand new H MART. They had their grand opening on July 22nd, so it's pretty crowded here, and we'll go inside and see what the hype is about. If you don't know where it is, it's right next to the Don Quixote in Pearl City, and it used to be the old Foodland before it moved and became Foodland Farms. So let's go inside. If you thought Foodland was crazy when it was here, look at this with H MART. People are parking way back there where Don Quixote is, such as me, to get a spot. But let's go inside and see what all the hype's about. So when you go inside, it's different from the old Foodland where you could enter at both doors. You exit here on the left, so you can't enter there. You will have to go around, and the entrance is only on one side to the right. Oh wow, they have my favorite mangoes here. Those are champagne mangoes. They have numerous boxes of fruit everywhere. Here's some sun dubu soup kits. You can make it yourself at home. Many different ones to choose from. There was a large array of meats, mostly for Korean barbecue. A lot of it was missing though, but they've got beef, oxtails, pork, and different cuts of Wagyu beef as well, and frozen cut meats for hot pot. They had a pretty impressive seafood section, lots of ahi toro belly, perfect cuts for sushi. They're all sashimi grade. They had some fish on ice, that's some tilapia, some whelk snails, different kinds of shrimp and clams. They also have pre-packaged sashimi. They have a very impressive aisle of different ramens from Korea and around the world. From the floor to the ceiling, it is stacked high on both ends of the aisle of different types of ramen. Here's some different snacks. That one right there used to be a childhood favorite snack of mine. I didn't even know they still made it. But it is impressive, just miles of snacks everywhere. You can find anything Korean all throughout this aisle. They also have desserts, choco pies from Lotte, Pepero, all the Korean desserts. These are some kalbi marinades, so if you're looking for a good marinade for your kalbi, definitely the way to go. These really taste good. Here is a whole aisle of just different types of gochujang and also some Korean miso, all the different brands you could ever think of. This is a whole aisle of different types of soy sauce, again from the ground to the ceiling. This part is just all Korean soy sauces, all their brands, and there are numerous ones, and if you keep going down the aisle, you'll end up with the familiar ones such as Kikkoman and all the other Japanese types. Here in the refrigerated section, they have Korean sausages directly from Korea. I've never seen that before. And here's some Korean miso, fresh miso, and some fresh Korean ramen noodles that need to be refrigerated. And they also have, this looks like Vietnamese type noodles. They sell all kinds of housewares. I spy a Ajima visor. Want to walk around the neighborhood and look like Ajima? Get one of those. Here's some Korean pillows and quilts and blankets. All for sale in this aisle. They even have an electronics section. You can get your cuckoo rice maker. That's very Korean. They have Korean air fryers and Korean frying pans even, all made in Korea. They even have dishes, bowls, strainers, chopsticks. They got it. Here's some of the pre-packaged food that they make for you, and also some pre-packaged banchan, all sorts. Again, from the floor to the ceiling. Super huge fridge of banchan. Hey guys, so hopefully that showed you a bit of the inside of H MART if you've never been there before. If you don't know what H MART is, there was two here. I don't know if they closed the one in Kalihi, but there was the one in Kalihi that used to be Queen Supermarket, and the newer one in Kaka'ako, and now the one in Pearl City. They are a #1 Asian market in the United States, so it's not just in Hawaii. They've actually been on the continental US for a long time. You've got tons in California, Texas, Georgia, Virginia, Maryland, even Massachusetts, and all over. So if you're not from Hawaii and you want to visit a H MART, just go on their website and look at the closest one near you. I got some pre-made foods there. They do have smaller restaurants in here. They don't have a big food court like the one in Kaka'ako, but I got their pre-made foods for people on the go. So this is the bento. We'll start with that first. It's got some fried rice, some japchae, and some kimchi. So let's try it. Smells like sesame seed oil. The only thing is it's not hot because they're just sitting there, kind of like the ones at Palama Supermarket. But the taste is good. It's got spam in there, some shiitake mushroom, some mixed vegetables like corn and peas and carrots. A little bit of sesame seeds. It's seasoned really well. And it's your typical fried rice that's Korean because it's got a lot of sesame seed oil flavor in there. Great shiitake mushroom flavor, and the meat, which is spam, is really good. With the spam, it gives it kind of like a local flavor. That's good fried rice. All right, let's try the japchae, which are these glass noodles. They're long rice noodles. It's got a mix of, looks like choy sum or bok choy, something like that, and some carrots and other veg in there. I'm not a fan of japchae because it's a little bit sweet sometimes, but this one's not too sweet. It's more on the savory side. Got a good balance of salty and sweet. It's actually very flavorful. The carrots still have a little crunch to them. They're not like dead soft. So it adds another dimension to the soft noodles. Really delicious. And again, a lot of shiitake mushroom in here. There's a lot of greens in here too. Whoever cooked this bento today did a really good job. Really excellent seasonings. Too bad it's not hot. I think it would be totally bomb, but you know, if you're in a rush and you're at work and you want to grab something on the go, this is a perfect option. Maybe as things die down and the hype kind of dies down and it's not so crowded and you can just grab and go, it would be perfect if you're in the Pearl City area. All right, let's try to put some kimchi on top of the rice. I think that would be super yummy. That's the only way to go. That is flavorful, delicious. And then we'll try this daikon. A little too vinegary for me. It's very pickled. It's kind of like those daikon pieces you get with Korean fried chicken sometimes to cleanse your palate. But this one's a little bit more sour. Not my thing, but some people might like it if you like that in the fried chicken. So this fried rice bento cost $6.99. So it was really good. All right, let's dig into this fried chicken. And as you can tell they're cold and not as crispy anymore. But like I said, if you're on a budget or in a rush, this is a great food item to just grab and go. Seasoned pretty well, but definitely soggy. You know, it's actually honestly seasoned really good. It's just that it's cold. But you could definitely probably take this home and just fry it up really quick and it'll be crispy again, or put it in the air fryer. Or if you come early, because I'm here kind of late, it's already 2:30 in the afternoon, and get this fresh out of the kitchen while it's crispy, that would be great. But if you want these chicken wings, there's 6 wings in here. It is $6.56. All right, the next item, which I found interesting because you don't really see it, is fried flounder. And I do like flounder. I've had it a couple times. Looks crispy, but probably, again, not hot because it's been sitting on the same table with everything. And you know, I've had flounder before, so I figured why not? It looked crispy, but now that I'm looking at it, it does not, and it actually has a terrible fishy smell. So I don't know if I want to eat this. But this is the meat inside. It's nice white flounder meat. Man, that stinks. Probably gonna have food poisoning later. It has a little bit of crunch left. It actually does taste good though. But will it taste good 3 hours later, or will I puke? I'm not sure. I will say it tastes very delicious. Again, seasoned perfectly, enough salt, not too salty. Goes good with rice, but they don't give you any rice if you're just gonna pick this fish. I like flounder because when you just peel off the meat, there are no bones. The bones stay intact with the spine. But it is kind of fishy smelling. So if you're not into that, then you probably don't want to get this, because when you open the saran wrap after, ooh, this big fishy smell comes out. But it's actually really delicious. You can hear that crunch. The flounder goes by weight, and they have other fishes such as mackerel and stuff. But this was only $3.52 for this little fillet of flounder. I didn't think that was that bad. Others were a bit more if you wanted a bigger flounder, like about $5 at most. So I think it's a pretty good deal, besides the smell. And last but not least, I got the pickled garlic stem, which is a favorite of Koreans for banchan. And I like how they have these seals so they can't be tampered with. But if you take a look, they're just actual garlic stems. These go so good with rice. You could just eat this with rice. And it does have a little bit of garlickiness because it's part of, obviously, the garlic plant, but not as strong as eating like totally raw garlic. Also got that crunch. It's really delicious, to me anyway. The spice is kind of there, but it's like not that spicy to me when you know, mix it with rice. Just like, you know, you eat it like a kimchi. I intend to take this home and eat it at home, but I just wanted to try it on camera for you. But it is confirmed good. Really delicious. I really think whoever's working in their kitchen preparing these pre-made foods really does have a good sense of seasoning. Everything I've tried so far has great seasoning, prepared well, from the fried rice, the japchae, to the kimchi. Even the flounder, even though it's stinky, it had a really good salt brine flavor, which goes well with deep fried things. So I think anything you pick up from there that they make in-house will suit your needs. I think it's very impressive. The things they carry, all things Korean, even the seafood section was very amazing. But what I worry about, my thoughts are, Palama Supermarket has been here for a long time. And they are a local Hawaii mom and pop store, even though they expanded and they are big. So I hope they aren't forced out because of all these H MARTs popping up here in Oahu, and they're not put out of business, because that's what happens to local businesses always when big chain stores come in. So I do like H MART. I think the products are really cool. They have some that Palama does not have, and they are much bigger. But I'm just hoping that people still support the little guy, which is Palama Supermarket, and don't forget about them. So hopefully you liked this little walkthrough. I didn't go through every aisle of H MART, and one day hopefully you can come and visit and see all the products and buy something cool. And until next time, I'll see you again next week for another food adventure. Press the like button if you like this. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again. Peace out and aloha.